What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. And today got a lot to talk to you guys about. We've got the Camaro ZL1. We're gonna go fill up with gas, show you guys what the mixing process is to get E50, and also give you guys updates on the Z06 because there's a lot of stuff developing for that, and I figured I want to walk you guys through the process from beginning to end of just how everything works, give you guys an idea of what I did. A lot of you guys are asking, how are you on the list so early, things like that. So today I'm going to give you guys all that update and let you know where we're at with that. So stick around and enjoy the video. That is loud. Now really quickly, guys, before we get into this whole video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to each and every one of you guys that support the channel, the Speed Squadron. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for watching my videos, liking my videos, and commenting down in my videos. If you'd like to be a part of the Speed Squadron, guys, it's super simple. Just hit that thumbs up button if you like what you see. Consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so you can be up to date and watch my videos when I post them. But with that being said, let's get right to the video. Now let's go ahead and get a cold startup on the ZL1. Woo! Now this is in actually stealth mode, so the valves are all closed, so that's why it didn't sound as loud, but it still sounds really good. Anyways, let's get going because this thing's pretty empty, so we need to get to the gas station ASAP. All right, so in the ZL1, and my god, I love this thing, guys. This thing just a blast to drive. It's basically all original stock in terms of drivability, and much faster than stock. Now we're gonna go get some E85, guys. The car is pretty much a little less than half a quarter, and unfortunately with the ZL1 or any LT4s, you really can't run full E85 like you can with the LT1 that's naturally aspirated. Anytime you do boost on these things, the high pressure fuel system is basically capped out. Now the good thing about GM is that they do run a flex fuel sensor, so you can run anywhere from E20, E10, which is what you normally get on pump 93, all the way up to E85 if you really wanted to, and the car will adjust the timing and everything in the tune to accommodate the different levels of ethanol. So with the current setup that we have now, with the low side auxiliary fuel pump, we can actually run E50 pretty comfortably, and even in this warmer weather, probably can even do something like E55 without much issues. So we're gonna go do E50, which is actually one of the easiest blends to get to, and it's really just almost a 2-to-1, and that's how you get to it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put probably about 5 gallons of 93, and then we'll do 10 gallons of E85. That's a 2-to-1, and that should get us close to full. Currently the car actually has E51, so 51% E. Let's see what happens when we do 2-to-1 and fill up this gas tank. Man, check out these gas prices. $4.69 in Houston, and yeah, unfortunately E85 isn't much better. So we're gonna do 93, and again we're just gonna pump 5 gallons of 93. All right, so got 5 gallons of 93, about $24 at $4.69. Now let's see how much E85 is going to be per gallon and give you guys a total on a fill up on a ZL1. While we get on the way to the E85 station, let's go ahead and talk about how this Z06 process started. So guys, woo, man, it feels so good. I love this thing. Now guys, for those of you guys thinking, man, why is this guy going so crazy doing something? I've seen the comments, you guys mentioning, you know, you're not going to be relatable, this and that. Guys, I don't pick the cars for the content. I pick the cars for myself. That's first and foremost. And to give you guys an idea of basically where we started with the Z06, I put down my deposit for the Z06 before I even bought my 2019 Camaro SS back in February of 2019. That's right. I had that car deposit put down on the C8 before I even bought the first Camaro that you guys have basically seen and most of you guys joined the channel for. It was $1,000 deposit, and at the time I was watching a video from Street Speed where he mentioned about the Z06 after he had just got his first C8. I remember him mentioning, hey guys, you know, if you guys want to get on the list, this car is not announced yet, but if you want to be one of the first ones to get one, call up Whitmoyer, let them know, they'll get you on the list. And sure enough, I went ahead and I did that. I called up Whitmoyer, I talked to Eric at Whitmoyer, who was awesome to deal with, has been great communicating back and forth, and I told him, hey, watch the video, I'm very interested in the C8 Z06, what do I need to do? And at the time, 2019, the cost to get on that list was $1,000. So that is what I paid 3 years ago, $1,000 to get on this list, which 3 years ago only still put me at number 11 on that list. So there was 10 people ahead of me still at Whitmoyer who had gotten and put a deposit earlier than me. Obviously Mike Street Speed 717 being one of them, maybe TJ Hunt as well, who also got their first Stingray from them. But I did that, and it was kind of out of sight, out of mind for a while. Nobody really heard any information on the C8 Z06 for a couple years. In the meantime, obviously I got to have something to drive and enjoy, and what better way to do it than with the Camaro, which has been amazing, and I love that car. Loved it, the SS, and I loved this ZL1, and we really didn't hear or see anything about the C8 Z06 until the end of last year. By that time, guys, if you were looking to get a C8 Z06 or reserve one, it's gonna be too late. Lines are really long, and if you got stuck putting in deposits at bad dealerships, they might have told you they were gonna do it at MSRP and ended up now changing their minds and saying, hey, we're now gonna do markups. It's unfortunate, but it is the world we live in now, and I'm thankful that Whitmoyer, huge thumbs up and shout out to you guys. They're keeping their word and selling the car at MSRP. Let's go ahead and pump some E into this thing and see where we ended up at the final alcohol percentage. Right now, just putting the 5 gallons in after I had 3 brought our alcohol percent down to 26. So we'll see what it is after we put in the 10 gallons of E85. Okay, so E85 here, 372. Remember, it was almost $1 more for 93, so it actually does save you quite about, it's gonna save me about $10 here. But we'll go ahead and fill up the 10 gallons. All right, so $37 on E85, 24 bucks of 93. That's right around $60 for this tank of gas, which was still basically just 3/4 of a gallon. And you see now we are pretty much full. 17.8 gallons of fuel. That alcohol percentage will slowly move up as we drive more. So once we drive back home, we'll see that alcohol percentage jump back up. But for now, let's drive back home so that we can finish talking about what that Z06 process is gonna look like and where we're currently at. Being number 11 on the list at Whitmoyer, I'm pretty much going to be inputting my spec order for my Z06 pretty early on, probably within the first or second month of order dealers being able to be submitted, because Whitmoyer is going to want to try to have at least 10 Z06 orders submitted into the GM system at any given time. And as obviously they get allocations for cars, they basically will convert the orders in order that they are from orders to allocations and call up the next people in line to give them the order, which means give them the specification, color, options, and everything you want. Now, One thing that's going to be very tricky is getting the options that you want, because there's a lot of constraints right now. GM has been hard. It's been hard for GM to find parts availability currently for the Stingrays for the 2022 year, which I think they just had to submit the last round of orders this month. You cannot get mag ride on any of those cars. So if you were in line waiting and ready to receive an order, you basically cannot get mag ride if you want to get a car built. Whew, God, it sounds so good with those headers. So anyways, guys, basically, if you want a C8 Stingray right now and you are up in line ready to order it, if you wanted to get mag ride on that car, you would not be able to. It's unconstrained. So what do? Do you go ahead and remove that option just so you can get your Stingray, or do you wait? Because that's what's basically going to have to happen. You're going to have to wait until that constraint is lifted, and then hope that the dealership is able to get another round of orders, which more than likely will, and I would imagine you would be able to keep your place in line, or hope that you would. But that's going to be something that we might have to look into, guys, because there are a few options that I do want for the car, which of course is that Z07 package. That I think really I only want the big high wing, but to get the high wing I need to get the carbon ceramics, and at that point, if you're getting the high wing and you're getting all the other bits and aero pieces in the front and the carbon ceramics, you might as well get the Z07 package. I think the only difference is the Z07 package will come with the supercar Michelin, you know, 3R supercar 3R tires, which are basically drag slicks. So basically gonna want to do that. I could also just not do that and do the carbon ceramic brakes, do the big wing and aero bits that I want, and just get the Michelin PS4Ss. That's also another option. So that's something maybe you guys can comment down below, let me know. But let's say they have something like one option that I really want and I would hate not to have is the level 2 carbon fiber interior trim pieces. Do I wait till the next ordering cycle or until whenever they do become available, or which could be a month, it could be 2 months, it could be 3 months. We just don't know what that's gonna look like. So do I just keep waiting until that's available, or do I say whatever and just get the car as soon as I can? Personally, I'm leaning towards just getting the car the way that I want it, with the options that I want. There are some options I can do without. They're not a big deal. Now the level 2 carbon fiber package, they are selling it aftermarket, and they do sell covers and stuff. So is it the end of the world if I don't get it from GM? No, but I would like to get it from GM. And there's things like that that we're gonna have to weigh in. And as that happens, as the process evolves, we'll definitely be bringing that up and showing you guys that how that process is, and basically the steps from beginning to end. So hope you guys enjoy that kind of content, and you guys can see kind of just what a regular guy did to try to get one of these cars early. All right, so just got home, and sure enough, check that out, guys. We're at 52.53. So that 2-to-1 is pretty spot on. We were at 51, so got basically one more part of alcohol, which is not bad. This thing is gonna love it. And of course 17 gallons of fuel, which means it's pretty much on full. Now guys, that's pretty much the gist of how I ended up on this reservation list for the C8 Z06. This car I knew I just wanted to get. I put it in my mind that that's a car that I wanted, and I know it's not going to be a cheap car, and it might not be something that's relatable, something that might not be attainable to a lot of you guys, but trust me, you just got to think about it and speak it into existence, guys. Back in 2019, I was not ready to be able to buy a car like that Z06. Hell, I don't think I was ready to buy a car like the ZL1 back in 2019. But by putting my money where my mouth was, I basically told myself, here's $1,000. This is what you want. Now figure out what you need to do in the next 3 to 4 years to make that happen. So for anyone that's looking at and thinking that, man, these cars are unattainable, like they're not relatable, man, I wish I could do it. Guys, think about it, dream it, and focus on it, and you will make it happen. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed those little bit tidbits. Nice little drive in the ZL1, showing you guys how to mix and match the E85, and giving you guys my basic insight on how this whole C8 Z06 started to begin with and where we're at. Hopefully we can get the spec that we want, and I'll definitely be talking about that all in future videos. And if you like the content, if you like what you saw, guys, definitely consider subscribing. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys to the Speed Squadron. You guys are awesome. Hitting the thumbs up and watching the videos when they get posted with that notification bell. So I hope you guys enjoy your night, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.